Motion to call this meeting to order. You got a second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Let's do the invocation and pledge of allegiance.
Bow your head. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we come before you this evening seeking your wisdom as we take action in the city business and try to do things in a way that would be beneficial to the city, to the citizens, and also bring honor to you, Father. We ask that everything we do tonight, our thoughts, our actions, everything be in your will. And everything we ask in the name of Jesus. It's the only name that's worthy. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Let's do a roll call to establish quorum.
Here.
Chair.
Here.
Here.
Pete's here.
That everybody's present. All right, now we're going to go into the public hearings section, and amendment to the cemetery ordinance. Steve, can you explain a little bit about the changes in the cemetery ordinance?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were actually,
I think that's where,
I think Pete had made some recommendations with respect to the cemetery ordinance. Is this Pete, these are your changes?
the fees, yeah. Where?
You want to describe them, or you like me to?
Whatever, I'll yield to
Just for
you.
everybody, so everybody knows what we're passing tonight on this
Right.
cemetery ordinance.
This was some changes to the prices at the cemetery. It also created an indigency application for the city for those people who want to apply based on income or lack thereof to waive fees and monetary relief for a cemetery plot fee within the city. And attached to that is also the application that would review on an individual basis, one-by-one basis, for eligibility for that program.
All right, so that's what the ordinance
And-
changes entails.
And for clarification, when council refers to waive fees, it's a portion of fees. It's
Yeah.
not, yeah.
We've got forms to fill out in case somebody was interested in waiving some of those fees. Is there any public comment on this particular ordinance? Not seeing any public comment. Can I get a motion to close the hearing?
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Now can I get a motion to adopt?
So move.
Got a motion? Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Roll call.
Aye.
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 Motion carries. Next item is 511 Klondike Road, assessed to Karen Price.
I've been in contact with Karen pretty regular, and she's actually making some pretty good efforts as far as I've been by there 2 or 3 times, talked with her, met with her, and Mike and myself. And she's making progress, and basically what we've told her after talking with Mike, that if she would continue to chisel away at it in the way she is, we'll continue to work with her.
Okay, well, let me read this, and then we'll spread it, and then we'll go into discussion.
Then you'll have to say all that over again.
That's okay.
Go ahead.
Notice of hearing was posted on subject property 511 Klondike Road, Long Beach, Mississippi, on July 15th, 2025, by zoning enforcement officer Dale Stogner, and mailed to Karen Price, 511 Klondike Road, Long Beach, Mississippi. Notice was delivered on July 12th of 2025. Motion to spread.
Yeah, can I get a motion to spread that across?
Motion.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Oh, now can I get a motion to close the public hearing?
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Now we can go into, so you're saying she is making progress?
She's making progress, she's making good effort, and I know it's hot, and she's not 20 years old anymore, and she's out there, and she's whittling away at it, and it's been in disarray for a long time, and it's gonna take a little bit. And of course, I know the city has agreed to go in there and clean all the way back to the fence row, which we still have to do. It's gonna get to that, but as far as the line of sight inside coming from the daycare center and also from Summer Avenue, That's 110% better than what it was. And I talked with her today. She was concerned because she received another letter. And I told her that's probably just a follow-up to see where the progress is on it right now, and that if she would continue doing what she's doing, after I talked with Mike Gunlock, you know, that we would continue to work with her. But she's making an effort, and it's showing, so.
So Mike, you're seeing the progress? Okay, so, I'll need so do we
So-
need any motion on this, or do we
Real-
give it another?
Real quick, before we go in, Jesse, this is your ward, correct?
Yes.
Okay. If you don't mind, I'll make a motion that we do adjudicate, but upon Alderman Allen, request that we give her, 30 days?
Say 30 days.
30 days, and Mike, for you and Jesse to review.
Okay.
All right, so we got a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is 320 Park Row, assessed to Green Tick LLC.
Notice of a hearing was posted on subject property, 320 Park Row, Long Beach, Mississippi, on July 8th, 2025, by zoning enforcement officer Dale Stogner, and mailed to Green Tick LLC, 8 Bayou Place, Gulfport, Mississippi, 39505. Notice was returned to sender.
All right, can I get a motion to spread that across the minutes?
Motion.
Motion.
Got a motion
And a second.
and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, motion
I'll get it.
carries. The next one, can I get a motion to close?
Well,
Well, is there anybody in the audience here to speak towards that particular piece of property? Not seeing any. All the motion to
Motion to
close the
close.
hearing?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. What would be the,
Mr. Mayor, in looking at this, I'd like to ask the police chief for some comments regarding this property.
okay, chief?
It's a constant problem for us. We were over there this week, kids in there busting windows out, just totally unsecure. That and 108 Park Road, I know this is 320, but we just had a fire over there this afternoon, 2 kids set in 108. So these are problems for the city and for the neighborhood and just breed criminal activity.
Is this something we could take down in-house?
Well, and that's, Steve and I talked, Steve, go ahead.
As the chief said at the last meeting, we had a hearing similar to what you just opened on 320 with regard to 108, and at that hearing, the city authorized publication of a notice of hearing, which had to be published a certain number of days. That public hearing is set for August the 19th, at which time, if the city adjudicates it, the city has requested authorization to either clean the property or to proceed with legal proceedings to demolish or seize the property. So it is a separate type of hearing notice requirement with respect to cleaning them, which is routinely authorized, versus demolishing, as Mr. Bennett said, and which you did authorize last meeting with respect to 108. So we'll have that hearing on the 19th, and assuming that no one appears or convinces the board otherwise, we'll then initiate legal proceedings to demolish it. So if that's the will of the board with respect to 320, you'll need to make a similar recommendation, and we will start that process of the publication for that purpose.
All right, and this is it's just like the same property we just finished doing, so it would be, in my opinion, that we move forward just like we did with the last piece of property and keep this thing moving.
I'll make that motion.
Discussion real quick before, I'm sorry, Patrick. Do we know where we stand, or where the property owners stand tax-wise?
No, but we can look it up.
Okay, I was gonna look it up. And here's why I say this, just before we take action. If we do take further action, we've adjudicated most of these properties before. If it ends up going back to the state, we lose out on those,
Demolition.
the assessed fees on it as well.
Yeah.
And so, not trying to talk anybody out of it, I just want everybody to know when we're looking at this, that's what we need to also take in mind, so.
All right, can you elaborate on?
Could we
So
seize
are
the
we-
property?
is these-
So if the property owner has not paid their taxes for X amount of time, and it
Right.
is not sold, those taxes are not picked up by somebody in a tax sale,
Okay,
this property could end up going back to the state.
Right, the city can't sell it and profit from seizing it and demolishing it. However, if it goes back to the state, what Alderman Frazier's saying is that the city would lose its lien against it for the demolition and cleaning it up.
so if it goes back to the state, then what's the future of that piece of property?
It sits there,
That the city is free of it, and the state would have to undertake keeping the vacant property clean. Now, the state can come in and sell it at that point to a new interested
They
party.
typically do. If you get on the Secretary of State website now, you can go buy properties for $60 some places, like.
Right,
But what you're saying is the price of the demolition would be a wash, we'd lose that.
We would lose
It could be.
That-
So
that's
it's-
what's
it's the
held us back from-
value of having it gone versus the value of it going back to the state.
But
As
if
the
you-
chief said, you got fires and kids doing criminal activity and drug usage and sales, everything else in it.
I'm kind of to the point where either way, I think it needs to just go. If
I
I
agree.
lived on that street, I wouldn't
I agree.
care.
real quick, just, and I've answered my own question, I was able to look it up. As of, last payment on taxes were made January of 2024, so it's not that far in arrears. But it was paid. It is delinquent for this year.
so any other discussion? We got a motion to
Adjudicate.
follow the same path, adjudicate it. Do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Timmy. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Does that need a roll call? Motion carries.
Gonna be the next one.
Next one is 101 Sherry Lane, assessed to Claremont LLC.
Notice of hearing was posted on subject property, 101 Sherry Lane, Long Beach, Mississippi, on July 9th, 2025, by zoning enforcement officer Dale Stogner and mailed to Claremont LLC at 7334 Blanco Suite 220, San Antonio, Texas, 78216. Notice was delivered July 14th, 2025.
Can I get a motion to spread the report?
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Is there anyone here to speak for Sherry Lane? Not seeing anybody present. Can I get a motion
Motion
to
to
close
close.
the public hearing? We got a
Second.
motion, we got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. What's the
Make a
pleasure of the
motion to
board?
adjudicate.
I've been dealing with this one for a while. They don't live here, they don't have to look at it, and they've let it, it's got kudzu and all kinds of stuff on it. I mean,
It's like there's never been a building there.
yeah. There's two, slabs on the I mean, which I guess since it was commercial, maybe they're allowed to have, but yeah, they haven't done anything in years. I know they used to, after we threatened them, they would come cut it, some, I think, in the past, but it's
Like that
been
since Katrina.
5 or 6 years now, so.
Okay, so we got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is 2284 Daughtery Road, assessed to TTLBL LLC.
Notice of hearing was posted on subject property, 20284 Daughtery Road, Long Beach, Mississippi, on July 15th, 2025, by zoning enforcement officer Dale Stogner and mailed to TTLBL LLC, 4747 Executive Drive, Suite 510, San Diego, California, 92121. Notice was delivered on July 21st, 2025.
Can I get a motion to spread?
Motion.
A motion, second. All in favor?
Aye. Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Do we have anybody here that representing the 20284 Daughtery Road? Nobody present?
Motion to close.
Motion to close. We got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The pleasure of the board.
Motion to adjudicate.
Second.
Got a motion to adjudicate. Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. So this is kind of letting you know that this board is going to make sure that the properties and things around this town need to start cleaning up. And this board is we're all on the same page, so when we see these apartment buildings over on Park Road, that is terrible. I mean, they should have been torn down years ago. We're no longer going to tolerate it. And we're sending a message out that from here on out, we're going to keep our city clean, and we're going to count on the citizens also to keep their properties clean. So, all right, next one, we got recognitions.
No.
Public comments.
Public comment. Do we have anybody here for public comment?
None,
None.
according to our clerk.
All right, no public comments. Now we got announcements, presentations, and proclamations. We got the first recognition of Brad Gross, 15-year detective. Is Brad here?
Yes.
Come on up, Brad. Oh, we're gonna do it up here.
Front and center.
No hiding, except for me. Except for me.
So it's with honor, present you 15 hard years here in Long Beach. Thank you for your service.
Mr. Mayor, I'll help you out with this. I'll help you out with this. The next recognition that we have is Jolie Knight.
Jolie in the crowd.
She got held up at work.
Is she coming?
She is coming, so she's here any minute, yeah.
The chief held her up. Okay.
I've got it, Mayor.
Next, and she has them all for you, so.
For you.
The next recognition that we have tonight is Long Beach Girls 12U All-Star Team. If you guys will come on up.
They are the South State District champions from Long Beach, so this is great. Keep your high school softball player. So what I'd like, y'all have a couple words you'd like to say to these fantastic girls.
Yeah, we had a wonderful season. Not only did we play well, we won a lot of games, but we had a whole lot of fun, and these girls battled all summer long, made some, worked their butts off every weekend. It was hot, I was yelling though, but we had a blast, and so proud of all of them.
This is a big deal. I mean, we really, to be South State champions is a big deal for Long Beach. So how about let's just introduce ourselves, if you would, your name, and what position you play. What did you say? You don't have to talk up, girl. I know you don't talk up.
Nevaeh, right field.
Micaiah, right field, left field, and center field.
Gabby, catcher, and every other base. Kendall, catcher.
Skylar, center field. Anna, shortstop.
Risa, pitcher and first.
Mia, third base.
Aubrey, first base.
Kaylee, right field.
Sound like you had a hard time saying your name there.
Aaliyah, second base and outfield.
Okay, and then we got the two coaches. Yeah, did you want to say anything? Well, I'll tell you what, we are very, very proud of you. And I guess I'll give this to the coach, the coaches, and thank y'all so very much. So the next one is the,
Next one is going to be Long Beach Girls 16U All-Star Team. If you all will come up.
and they are also the South State champions. So it looks like we're going to have some good high school softball teams here in the near future. So the coaches, if y'all want to introduce yourself and if you want to say a few words.
I think this is probably one of the, I've been playing ball for a long time myself and coaching a long time. I think this is one of the greatest teams that I've played with that were just so awesome together. I mean, there was no bickering and fighting and backstabbing, and it was just an overall joyful experience for me. And all the time I coached, probably my most joyful time coaching. So thank you, girls. And they won, what was the record?
In regular season, they were on,
It was a lot to nothing, so we, yeah, we did win states. We won 7, I think, in a row in the rec, and then we won all of the, all but 2, yes. Yes. So, a lot of rings. That's good.
Here's let me let you hold this, and I want you girls, y'all want to introduce yourself?
I'm Coach Casey.
Coach Kathy.
Coach Robert Hudson.
My name is Dalen Laughlin, and I play center field, I guess.
My name's Cameron, and I play outfield.
My name's Presley, and I play third and outfield.
My name's Madison, I play first.
My name's Izzy, I play outfield. My name's Ariana, I play second and pitcher.
My name's Merritt Winchester, and I play first and right field.
My name's Zoe, I play left center or center field.
My name's Faith, I play outfield.
My name's Presley, and I play utility.
My name's Lily, and I play everywhere.
My name's Michaela, and I play first and pitcher.
My name's Shay, and I play everywhere.
Let's give these kids a big round of applause.
Mr. Mayor, Julie Knight.
So Jolie came 10 years as a police officer. So she owes me a ride around town because she often take her around and show her what it is to be a police officer. So I'm forward to it.
These are just good tools.
We have the Mississippi Tobacco Free Coalition for Harrison County here for a presentation. Is that y'all? Oh, great, great. Well, welcome to Long Beach.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm Pamela Fairley of New Beginning Ministry. I am a resident and a longtime resident of Stone County, Wiggins, Mississippi. But I'm here to introduce a partnership that I'm trying to form with Harrison County. You all are very important to us at this time. And I want you all to know that we have a young lady here named Bianca Booth, who's representing in the future Mississippi Tobacco Free Coalition for Harrison County. She's already, being trained and knowing different aspects of health conditions and stuff, but we don't want you all to be shy. One of the things are scared. We want to just come in and educate and partner, and you all, just receive us, and we hope that we can be some good to you in this area. I'm gonna let her come up.
Sure, thank you.
Good afternoon, good evening. My name is Bianca Booth. I am the future director of New Beginnings Ministries of Stone County, and I will be doing some work with the Mississippi Department of Health Office of Tobacco Control. I count it a privilege and an honor just to be standing before you all on tonight. Just wanted to give you a little bit of history about New Beginnings Ministry. New Beginnings Ministry has worked with Stone County since 2008, and we have obtained smoke-free ordinances for the city of Wiggins, Lucedale, and Leakesville. And we're hoping to, as the program progresses, and in the future, we hope to partner with a couple of the cities here in Harrison County and do that as well. We also have a vital coalition board with active members, and we're also hoping that somebody from the city council board will partner with us and be a part of our coalition board in the future. I would also like to come back as the program progress and give you all some of the progress that we've made, and give you some information on the things that we're doing and how we are moving forward in the program. So basically, we were just here today to let you guys know of our presence here in Harrison County, and also as a representation of the Mississippi Department of Health Office of Tobacco Control. We want this program, our goal for this program is not to be a statistic driven, but we want to be driven by data. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for what you do.
If you don't mind, I would like for you all to know that we have an office that's located down here at 1822 15th Avenue, Gulfport, and it is open 5 days a week. If anyone needs any information or anything about us, Ms. Booth will be in the office and she can assist you with that.
Okay, well, thank y'all so much. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, moving along. Next one is, can I get a motion to approve the minutes of July 15th regular session?
So moved.
Motion second, any
Second.
discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is July 25th, 2025, special meeting. Can I get a motion to approve?
Motion to approve.
Got a motion, second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is 2 work sessions, one on July 14th and one on July 29th. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes?
Second.
Patrick.
We got Patrick motion, got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. The next one is the Planning Commission minutes of July 24th. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Got a motion?
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. The next one is the approve the docket of claims number 080525. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Got a motion? Got a second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is unfinished business, water and sewer fee ordinance. Steve, would you fill us in on that?
This is an ordinance that has been before the board before. It is just an amendment to our current fees and rates. The biggest change that it does is it makes With the number of rental properties and VRBOs and things of that nature, it makes the owners of the property responsible under our ordinance for security deposits and outstanding fees, so that renters who come and go, even long-term renters, and leave an outstanding balance, the city does not lose the benefit of that outstanding balance, that the owner is still primarily liable for any outstanding balances as well as connection fees and deposits. So it moved that from what has typically been renters in the past to the owners now.
Okay. All right, so now we'll have to set a public hearing.
We can do September 2nd or September 16th. September 16th?
Is September 16th?
That sound
what
good?
you're saying?
Yes, September 16th.
Public hearing?
Public hearing?
If you're telling me yes, then yes.
Yes.
So we will hold, do we take a motion to
I'll
have that
make the-
public
I'll
hearing?
make the motion that
We got a
Second.
motion for September 16th. We got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is the Beatline Parkway Environmental Study. Pickering firm. Is anyone here from Pickering? Okay.
Hey, good evening. I'm Camille Salters, and I'm with Pickering Firm.
And so this particular study here is just from Highway 90 to Johnson Road.
That's correct.
Okay. And you're here to
So
move the contract forward for the environmental studies for that.
That's correct.
All right. I would ask, if it's a pleasure of the board, to table this unless you have another. I'm not quite ready to commit to the environmental study yet from Highway 90 to Johnson Road until we know we got the other partners in line. Because I think there was some debate about Harrison County maybe not wanting to participate. And then we're not sure if Pass Christian's going to participate, and there's a 20% match on part of it. So I don't feel real comfortable at this time moving forward with this, and this is just me, with this contract, because we don't know if all the players are on board. And I think I was asking Steve is that money even still there in this particular grant to move forward with this?
My understanding it is.
Okay.
There's a 20% match on the two, so it would be a $40,000. And would we need an MOU through the city of Pasco-Shan to perform environmental study in the past? Because part of this is in Pasco-Shan.
Not necessarily. So I guess in my mind, and let me just fill in some gaps here. I believe what this environmental study will do is find our routes. And whether it be in Long Beach or on what is it, Holiday Drive, where the projection was going out. This is, so the drawings that went out is just a hypothetical, this is where it could be. This study is done where it can be, this is where your disruption will be, where the road can be and cannot be. And it also identifies alternative routes. That's the information that I understand, kind of bringing you up from what we discussed and what the previous board approved. This is now in front of us due to the fact that, Keeney, correct me if I'm wrong, we submitted it, and then there was questions from MDOT on the contract. And so that's what's in front of us. Not that I'm taking a vote either way, I'm just kind of filling in these blanks here.
And I just want to make sure that and I think I told y'all last time, there may be some alternative routes that I want to investigate first to make sure that, yes, indeed, Beatline is the path we want to take, or is there another alternate path? I want to do that. I also want to make sure that we have Harrison County on board, and we have Pass Christian on board, because I think what we were thinking, that environmental study, if it would have gone all the way up, it would have covered some of the areas that we may need that environmental study for. But since this stops at Johnson Road, I don't think it fulfills, this only goes up to Johnson Road, this contract here.
This one does, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I wanted to clarify, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
So, I'll entertain a motion. So you,
Make a motion to
Move to
table
table it.
until we all have more time to look at it.
I'll second that motion.
we got a second to table. Any discussion? Do you want to, you see why we're doing what we're doing?
Absolutely, yeah.
We got a lot of new members. We've had turnover in Pass Christian. We got to make sure that, you know, if we're going to take this first section, we got to make sure we have everybody else on board or our matches to not.
Certainly.
And if we move to an alternate location, then this money's still there to do the study that we need to go up that way.
Do you know a timeline on when we would have to make a decision? Is there?
I believe a portion of the funding does expire. I'm not sure if it's fiscal year 26 or 27,
Okay.
but that is an issue for some of it.
So as long as we get it obligated, we're good before then. Because I've got a meeting with the Harrison County Development Commission to look and see if they have any recommendations on possible other alternatives. So let us get our homework together, and then we'll get back with you.
Okay.
Mayor,
Thanks for coming.
Mayor, if I'm not mistaken, Donald, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe the county and Pass Christian pulled out of that during the last administration.
Yeah.
So that we just got to
Total
circle
16
back.
million.
16.5.
So we would be responsible, I mean, without them, that's $4 million.
Yeah, well,
Right.
Which puts us out. So if we can't get them, there's no point in spending 40 when we don't have the 4.
I would give the mayor some leeway on this, just because of what, some of this discovery work that was done, you know, as far as other partners, other options out there. So with tabling it, it'll give him the leeway to negotiate some of these issues.
All right, so the motion on the floor is to table. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion's table. New business. Courtney, you've got Troop 205.
Yes, I think they are actually present. Did y'all want to come up and speak about it, or y'all want me to speak on y'all's behalf? Yeah, so they are wanting to set up a tent to sell popcorn during the Cruising the Coast parade. So just asking for permission for a location on city property.
We do appreciate you coming and asking for permission, Jeff.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
Kind of
Well,
tell us a
we've-
little bit about it.
We've never done it before. My name's Jeff Loftus. This is Pike Van Dalsum, and we're Assistant Scoutmasters with Troop 205. In the past, we sell popcorn every year. It's our main fundraiser. We usually do it at Winn-Dixie, just because the traffic flow works. Of course, we can't now because it's under construction. So we're looking for permission to maybe set up a booth, and then before the parade, get there early enough before the parade starts, maybe have a couple guys with wagons, kind of, you know, roaming around trying to sell some of the gourmet popcorn, so.
I think that's great. And we had a meeting with the Cruising the Coast Committee, and now I think we are authorized to do these kind of things, where in the past, we didn't think we were.
Sure.
But when we validated it, they said, yeah, you could do these kind of things. So the pleasure of the board, if y'all want to make a motion.
Motion.
Second, discussion. I just want to say the troops have done a lot of small projects throughout Long Beach. They're dedicated, so I think this is the least we can do, support them like they've been supporting us.
Well, they've had several Eagle Scouts come through here. Do we,
Have over the years.
Courtney, do we have a location? Do we have an idea where we're wanting to do
I
it?
was envisioning either in front of the library right there by the town green, or in between City Hall and the library right here, but that's y'all's pleasure of the location.
But it has to be on public.
Correct.
on property,
Can't be on
so,
private property.
Okay.
That'd be the only limitation.
So let me do this. Let me make a secondary motion that we approve and let the scouts work with Courtney and the mayor's office to determine the location.
I'll second that.
All right, are we
Sounds
good
good.
there, Steve?
Yes, sir. Mr. Mayor, I called because we just recently entered into that agreement with the Cruising the Coast organization. I called Woody Bailey yesterday to make sure that this did not violate any terms of it. The terms of that agreement are primarily restricted to the harbor and the stadium area where they stage, where the event stages its proceedings. And the parade itself is somewhat detached, although it's an integral part of their overall operation. Mr. Bailey agreed that he did not have any objection in kind to the idea of the scout troop selling popcorn, but did want to caution the board about more and more, opening it up to more and more vendors impeding on the parade or the other functions that might create a problem. So just to bring that awareness to it, that be careful to open the door to more extensive and projects unlike what they are suggesting.
And particularly down at the harbor or the staging area.
Particularly there, but nowhere that would impede the traffic and the flow of the vehicles and so forth.
Fair enough.
So just a caution more than an objection.
All right, so we got a motion to approve with y'all getting with Courtney to pick a location. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Thanks for what y'all do.
All right, thank y'all.
you.
Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Next one is appoint City Health Insurance Committee members.
We're going to determine right now.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Got a motion here?
So you got,
No, go ahead and make the motion. and
I'll
then-
make a motion that, in the past, what I mentioned was our city clerk and 2 department heads, along with the mayor and up to 3 aldermen.
Okay.
So that's a 7-person board, and if you wanted to bring it down, we could do 2 department heads, 2 aldermen, and the mayor.
I think that's more appropriate, Donald. I believe you should serve on it since your background is insurance.
I'll second.
I appreciate the motion, sir.
Fifth and sixth.
Wait a minute,
Pat.
so,
Anybody else willing to?
So,
well, yeah, what about the mayor?
Absolutely.
I want to add,
I
no,
just-
I want to be value added, and I don't know a thing about insurance. So I don't know how much value added. Is there another? All right, so Patrick will I'll yield my spot to Patrick.
so, okay.
Who knows
So,
nothing about insurance?
3 aldermen, 2 department heads.
Yep.
Well, the mayor just
You gonna
stepped
sit
out.
on it as well?
No, I will not sit on. I can't bring value added. I have no idea.
So,
I'll step up. if you
okay,
can.
so,
I'll step.
then Joey, myself, and Patrick, will, along with, I believe, the chiefs, have the biggest departments.
Okay.
And and apologize, sir, I think you have more years than them, but due to their departments being bigger, I would, and knowing that you're a short-term employee, I recommend that we have the 2 chiefs.
All right, so
Okay. Don't want to leave you out.
let's
but-
clarify the motion. Who
Okay,
do
so
we
the
have?
motion would be Alderman Jafria, Alderman Bennett, Alderman Fraser, Chief Seal, Chief Skelly as your insurance board. And I believe the clerk needs to be in the meeting as a non-voting member.
That's a
Because,
ragtag crew.
due to the fact that she has to be a part of the administration part.
All right,
So
we
that's
got
your
a
motion? Is that a motion?
Got a motion and a second.
Okay.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
There you go.
Next one is, I want to spread the special warranty deed for Cox subdivision. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Motion?
Second.
Got a second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Does this have to be a roll call? No, okay, sorry.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next item is, this is a motion, I'm looking for a motion to advertise for an RFQ for general engineering services. Can I get a motion? We got a motion?
Second.
Got a second? Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one, we got a drainage issue, West Mockingbird groundwater, Alderman Bonds.
Yeah, this issue really goes back, best of my knowledge, 30, 40-plus years. It's on West Mockingbird. It just holds water. It's really unsightly, and I think becoming a very big issue. I know the last board was entertaining the idea. I know that y'all got y'all's pieces of paper up here. I know that we got David involved and put us together some numbers, and I think it just, quite honestly, we couldn't get it done at the time. Well, I talked with Joe and Mike, and I met them out there last week. We really wanted to find out what was going on with it in there, and they punched a couple holes in the ground, and they got a fabric on there that's really holding water. Mike, would you kind of?
So we dug down, we found a couple spots of it. There's a filter fabric on it that we usually use on boxes that it's supposed to prevent soil and stuff going through. But this stuff also prevents water getting through there. What we want to do, and we think it's a good idea, it's about that $11,000 at high end, is to replace that pipe there with a harder pipe with a sock without that thick fabric in there and some sand, and pack it down real good. That way it can breathe and drain, and we think it's going to make a big difference there.
So it will allow the water to penetrate but keep the dirt out. And right
Correct.
now, if I'm hearing right, dirt is
So
penetrating.
the dirt and rock and everything from under the ground has just crushed and packed this pipe full. We tried to jet it, can't get through.
Pipes I mean, there was sock pipe there.
Yeah.
Fabric over it, and Joe had showed me, he pulled the fabric up and was pouring water in it. The water wouldn't even drain. So you basically got water sitting.
Back up what you're saying. When we got a price last time, what we thought we were gonna have to do, it was $336,000. Right.
No, correct. It wasn't that the last
Yeah.
board, if I
Right,
made it
yeah.
sound that way, I apologize.
No,
It
I
wasn't
was
the last
saying,
board didn't want to do it, but it
kudos
was-
for 11,000.
Donald probably didn't, but.
You know, yeah, 11,000 sounds a lot better than, so I
But I mean,
appreciate
the pipe
y'all.
is collapsed. I believe Joe and Mike said go in there with brand-new pipe, pack it in with sand, some limestone, and it could really be something big that they could utilize for future projects at a cost savings. I know Tim's
Exactly.
running into an issue like this.
Yeah, I talked to Joe about it last week, because we're having the same issue in Green Acres, and, personally, I think we should move forward with this, see how well it works, and start utilizing it in other areas of Long Beach.
I'll entertain a motion.
Excuse me, Mike, is this the same thing that we did over on this week, on that one that we called you about?
No.
It's not different, it's a different type?
This is different,
Okay.
yes.
All right.
This is different. This is over in Mockingbird. It's sock pipe that just needs to be dug out and replaced. We have an idea of a way to make it with like 11,000.
This would be a permanent fix, this was not a Band-Aid.
This should be a permanent
This
fix.
is what it needs to be fixed.
Correct,
Okay.
yes. Now, this will take about a third of my budget that's left. I would like to push this to October, the cooler months, to do this.
Yeah.
That way we can continue with what we're doing now, as we're backed up on work orders now. That would be ideal for us.
Talking about using next year's budget. Covered 11,000 on this because you're too close to the end of the year. All right, can I entertain a motion?
Yeah, I'd like to make the motion to per Joe and Mike's scope of work and the $11,000 based upon them getting the job done.
I'll second that.
And
That
work
going.
to begin after October 1st.
Correct.
As part of that motion. So we got a motion.
Second.
We got a second. Any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Okay.
Motion carries. All right. Next one is the sponsorship request for the New Year's Eve band. Courtney, do you want to discuss it, or you want me to?
You can go and then I can pitch in.
All right, so what we're trying to do is, everybody's pretty well aware that every once in a while we'll sponsor a band and how well it's doing for Jeff Davis and the businesses and so forth. So this year, Long Beach wants to have its own New Year's Eve kind of celebration with a possible dropping of an object along with the band. So we're going to, something, we hadn't figured out what that something is yet.
Drop an oyster, boudin ball, what we dropping?
It could be a radish, if we can get one that looks like a radish. So we want to pay for a band to play on New Year's Eve down here on Jeff Davis. We've already had one, Coastal Daiquiri has said that they will donate the half of that, $1,750, towards the payment of $3,500. So what I'm asking the board for approval to move forward and lock the band in, knowing that the 3,500, half of it's going to be paid by Coastal Daiquiri. And if there's any other businesses in Long Beach who would like to donate a little bit of money towards it to offset the cost of the city side, it'd be well welcome. So we've got a motion. Can I have a motion for that?
Motion.
We got a motion?
Second.
A second? Any more discussion?
Discussion. So do we need this much leeway time, or do we want to go out and try to find a sponsor?
We
Is-
need
is
to
my
lock
question.
down the band, so that, we need to lock down the band so that way they don't
Got it.
book up.
And that's kind of where I was going with
Have
this.
to confirm whether we can pay the other half or not. And then in that time frame between now and then, we can go out and get a sponsorship to
If you
hopefully
have
cover the
somebody in
city.
mind?
No.
Okay, well, and
No,
and I think,
not at
you know, now that,
My question then is, does that come out of this year's budget or next?
it'd be next year. Well, no, because it'll come out this year because we're locking it down. So it'd be 1,750 coming out. I think that's correct, because it'd be expenditure in this
Well,
fiscal
it
year.
determines when are we required to pay the band? Do we have to pay them in advance to lock them in?
Probably deposit, I would think, but how much is the deposit?
Because typically, we don't cut a check until services are rendered.
So
And if
let
that's
me-
the case, that'd be next year's budget.
Well, here's the thing is, Coastal Daiquiri can make the deposit because they're making the half. We only, if we're required to pay when service is rendered, then that's how we would have to do it.
So let's do this. Let's move forward. And like Donald said, with if we can push the payment into, the city's portion of the payment into next fiscal year, then we're good to go. If it has to come out of this year, then we're going to have to readdress it once we go through the budget cycle. Is that fair enough?
That's fair enough.
Fair enough, yeah.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next item is city website proposal. Courtney?
That's me. So, I have reached out to a couple different companies that do local cities around us, their website. The first quote that I got was $33,000 per year. I obviously see that that is a lot of money and a good chunk. So I went out again and started trying to find a more cost-efficient for the city website. And I gave y'all some pros and cons about our website and the Revised Company website. The Revised Company is who Harrison County and the city of Gulfport uses, and theirs would be $200 per month. And it would be for a 5-year contract, and then after that, the price goes down significantly per month. And with this website, it meets all the boxes that we need with making it compliant with so many laws that we have to do, as well as search functions and making it more easily user-friendly for the community.
Courtney, the present system we have is not compliant?
No.
Okay.
So what I would ask the board is if we could table this until we finish the budget so that we understand how much money we have to put towards this. So if it's a pleasure, someone would make the motion to table it
I'll move the table.
until we have a better understanding of where we stand with our budget. So we got a motion?
Second.
Second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Courtney, for doing that. Next item, surplus auction, Public Works.
And we just have a bunch of items that are at the point of repairing them and cost more than what they're worth. So we'd like to send this to auction and hopefully use this items to buy us some newer equipment.
Okay, so we've got old outdated equipment. We're trying to purchase new equipment that needs to be replaced.
Yes, sir.
So we got a motion here to
I'll make them.
advertise the auction. We got
I'll make that motion.
a motion?
Second.
Second, any
In
discussion?
discussion, just to remind the board, this is what Joe spoke about during our work session for the budget, offsetting the purchase of new equipment with the proceeds from here.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next item is safety issue, Sill Avenue and Mount Bass. Alderman Allen.
Okay. A gentleman contacted me that lives on the corner of Mount Bass and South Seal. And his concerns are children being dropped off and leaving the daycare center that's there, and their safety with the traffic there not being impeded to stop and go at Mount Bass. And I don't know if James is here tonight. Is he here? May not be. But basically, he wanted to just, he said if he could make it, he would speak on behalf of what he's seen there, and it's not so much, it's not a speed issue, it's just he's concerned about the safety of the children at the daycare center coming and going as they're being dropped off and picked up. Chief Seal, you got any input on that?
If he would call me, maybe go over some of the safety concerns,
Okay.
then we could try to address if it's something we can handle, but I'm not, we do.
Look, what I told him, and I spoke with Officer LaSalle, and I mentioned it briefly to you as well, and that we would look into it and see if it was something that the board or the city deemed that was necessary, so.
Can I entertain a motion then, let's let the chief look into it and come back with a recommendation?
So moved.
A motion?
I make a motion.
A motion, Joey second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next one is to amend the grant, the Mississippi Development Authority for the Quarles House. It's just a one-year extension. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The next one is amend the grant agreement with Mississippi Development Authority for downtown revitalization. It's a one-year extension. Can I have a motion?
Motion.
Motion.
Second.
Second. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. The next motion is appoint Economic Development Committee member Keith Clark to the Development Committee. Can I get a motion?
So moved.
Got a motion?
I'll second,
Got a second?
along with some remarks, please.
Discussion.
Discussion. And before I go into this, I want to make everybody aware that I did speak to the mayor, and I told him that I'd have some remarks with regards to this so that he was not ambushed. And I think that's the prudent thing to do. Mr. Clark, I'm going to address you directly. I'm going to address the elephant in the room. Your use of social media. I don't engage in social media because I think it's unfounded rhetoric that doesn't demand a response. But I do read some of the things that you have posted and commented on in the past. And I want to refresh your memory because you're seeking a position within the city and service within the city. To me, and this is my perception, the most egregious thing that you did during the last administration was engage in what I perceive as online bullying, commenting on a former alderman's photo with a family member, referring to him as a drunk. I think that was unprofessional and uncalled for. Secondly, I would say that I'm curious that you seek the support of at least 4 board members that were in the past administration when you constantly criticize expenditures and budget, quoting on one of your posts that the city doesn't have a money problem, it has a spending problem. But I'll refresh your memory that in 2021, you insisted on a meeting with Joe Culpepper at Public Works with me, where you had a video prepared along with a portfolio with a piece of heavy equipment that you wanted the city to spend $70,000 to $80,000 on to clear ditches and leave the spoils in the citizen's yard. And you even had a vendor picked out that you had previously spoken to, which I don't know who gave you the authority to do that, but you took it upon yourself to do that. I think budget didn't matter to you then, but you simply decided to criticize us over the last 4 years. I also, I have paused, Mr. Clark, because some of the comments that you made with regards to the pickleball courts, I think you were informed that I personally polled all the immediate residents around the town green with regards to the pickleball courts, not one of which came out in favor of that, yet you were adamant about that's where we should put them and objected to this board's decision to put them out at the recreational area. In the initial stages of Greenvale, when the grant money was applied to that, you called me, didn't do your research, realizing that the eastern portion of the town green is actually owned by the school and not by the city. You wanted Greenvale to be moved to the town green, and wanted the project manager's name because you wasn't happy with that location. However, you weren't here during Katrina walking behind the county's biggest front-end loader down Jeff Davis Avenue just to get a path to where we can see the damage. Why would we put a historic place in the same place that a school was demolished during Katrina? You also suggested that Bob Paul be over harbor construction. Don't understand the reason behind that. You opposed Police Chief Seal spending of $84,000 when he explained to this board he needed end of life. The equipment that he had was end of life, and it was a desperate need. And the other thing is that the confrontational stance that you, when people oppose your views. Now, I just find it interesting that you want to serve on an Economic Development Commission when this board approved a $5 million development right across the street, and you openly led a rebellion online against that, and now you want to develop downtown Long Beach. But I don't know where this board will go, but I had to get those remarks off of my chest. I'm patient, and I waited to let you know that's where my stance was. And with that, I will yield to any other comments that the board has.
Is there any other comments? I will say, Keith, you've been a big help to me. I think you've got and when it comes to economic development, you do a very well job in everything you've done for me. I wasn't here the last administration, so I can't speak to a lot of the things that Pete has said. But I will say that, we spent some late times at night coming up with different ideas for this city. And I know you care about this city. And if you didn't, you wouldn't get so involved and feel so, how you say it? Feel so involved in caring about the city, passion about this city. So from my standpoint, I see you as an asset when it comes to trying to bring new business into this city. And that's why I nominated you to be on the committee representing me. And so, go ahead, Joey.
No, Mr.
That's
Mayor,
that's all I have to say.
Mr. Mayor, I just want to dovetail off of what you said. I just look at, I agree with Pete. Social media is there's something to be said about it. I mean,
can't unsay it.
I've stopped social media. I still have my account, but I do, browse through and read because I hope to pick up some tidbits from some citizens and stay informed. But if you're looking for your news through social media, you're looking in the wrong spot. And I really appreciate everybody that's in this room tonight and those that are looking at live stream. And I want to encourage everyone to look at things for themselves. I will say this about Mr. Clark. You've been at every one of the meetings, and you've been at all the functions and so forth and so on. I've spoken to you, and when I was looking at social media a lot, I think I reached out to you during my campaign, and I wanted to meet you because I felt you had some good ideas that I wanted to find out about. Do I agree with everything you say? Probably not. But everyone's not going to agree with me either. But I just want to, again, say that I fully support Mr. Clark, and I think he's going to be a great asset to this. I think the mayor's done a great job in his appointment. I'd vote the affirmative for his election to this board member.
And Keith, I'll finish up with one more comment. My knee-jerk reaction at first was, no, absolutely not. But then after rethinking and sleeping on it a few nights, I thought maybe the best thing to do was to go ahead and give you this and see if you can actually make a boat float. So I'm going to sit here and tell you I'm not going to say that I'm opposed to it, but maybe the thing to do is to give you an opportunity to back up some stuff.
Can we get a list of everybody? I know we met a few times.
So, yeah, I was going to add on.
Can we kind of, not, I guess, off topic, but get a list of everybody and kind of get it back organized again?
And so we've got a meeting Thursday.
Okay.
We have contacted the previous members.
Okay.
One or two of them have said that they didn't want to come back.
Yeah.
The other ones have committed to coming back. And this is such a crucial committee. This is how Long Beach is going to move forward. So, and to have a group of individuals from the city wanting to come back and help us with economic growth is vital.
Yeah, can
to
we
us
get
making success.
that list so
Real
we
quick,
could
real
make
quick.
some new appointments?
That's what I was gonna say.
And you
We-
can.
We have a new board. I think it's
Bef-
time that,
Before we, I guess, before we go off on that, I think docket-wise, we need to vote on Mr. Clark,
Okay.
and then we can continue the discussion outside of his appointment.
I think
That's what I would
that's a good
recommend.
point. Yeah, 'cause I've got him.
And then go from there.
Yep,
Mr.
because I've
Mayor,
got a meeting starting Thursday.
Mr. Mayor, I move that we go ahead and put Mr. Clark on the board.
All right, any other discussion? So we got a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Welcome aboard, Keith.
So, Mr. Mayor, I'd like to bring up the Economic Development Committee under the same heading of number 12, and apologize to the board. I believe I kind of took charge of the appointment meeting before you guys took office, and this one was not on there. I think, to be fair to every member of this board, I think it needs to be revisited with their appointment, who's currently on there. And then I believe this falls under Main Street. This organization will fall under Main Street. And that's how Alderman Johnson started it,
Okay.
where it would fall under,
I didn't think we were part of Main Street.
Who?
No, so this will fall under Main Street?
this
Or why can't
Economic
they-
Development Committee.
Why can't they be an independent
Well,
committee?
but as it stands today,
today,
I'm
all
not
right.
saying it can't be, but
Okay.
these are things that we, as a board,
Can talk about.
not this committee, we need to discuss this. So I would recommend that we bring it back up at the next meeting and discuss the parameters of this board and what they're gonna do for the city and how it falls under the city umbrella.
Fair enough.
That was just something I wanted to add after that vote.
Okay. So,
Should we all bring in I mean, even if the people
Well-
previously would like this, I don't know that you're gonna
I
have
think,
I would
too many
suggest
people.
everybody get the list
yes.
of who's on there, and they're under your name.
Yeah.
So make sure you're good with that person. And,
So-
and anytime, if Keith doesn't produce like I think he should, and I think he will, I can put somebody else on there. I
Well-
can make a decision to change it, and we're still there, but we need to know the charter of this group and who they
Correct.
fall under.
Correct.
I'm
And
good with that.
and so part of what you were discussing earlier, regretfully, my appointment, Mr. Peter Melionis had to resign due to the work schedule and meeting times. So I do want to commend him for for stepping up in the beginning, and I understand why he resigned, so.
All right, enough. We're moving on to
Yes.
the next motion. Next item is discussion of golf cart access on West First Street, Alderman Bennett.
Yes, sorry. West, I must have got my directions wrong that day. So basically the I've been getting a bunch of texts and calls about people who live west of Lang wanting to be able to access the evacuation route. If you remember previously, which I brought it up, we did put up gates. We were having trouble with UPS trucks and buses tearing it up and rutting it up. But I think it would be beneficial to the businesses downtown to kind of open that to golf carts. And I guess my motion would be, and I kind of talked to Joe about it a little bit, I think when we met with him one time, and he kind of had an idea about how to do it where maybe golf carts could get through and vehicles couldn't outside of an emergency, then obviously they would be able to move them. So I guess my motion would be to send it to Joe and them and see what they can come up with and get us a price. It sounded like a pretty cheap option.
Yeah.
So that'll be my motion.
So we got a motion.
second.
We got a second discussion.
Discussion.
And I totally agree with you. As I was campaigning across Ward 1, that's all I heard. It was, hey, we're cut off from, and we want to create a walkable community. And so we're cutting off a lot of people that are south of the tracks on over towards from like Lane all the way down from being able to access south of the tracks on their golf cart. So I think it's great. I think it'll bring more business into downtown. It will bring them down on the weekends. They can jump on their golf cart, come downtown, eat dinners and stuff like that, so.
And they're gonna do it anyway, and
They're
they're
gonna
just
do it.
rutting up the grass now,
I-
so we might as well.
And they're going down, and
do it
the
right.
bad part about it, some of them are going on the sidewalk on Highway 90, which is dangerous.
Right.
So, go ahead, I'm sorry.
So I caution the board about this due to the fact that, you know, this is not actually designated First Street. It is an easement that was built after Katrina. So it is not a curbed and guttered road that is maintained. It is an evacuation route. So when we've had the discussions and had people in front of us screaming about opening it up, I just caution, and I'd like to see a plan before approving it, not to step on your toes,
Yeah.
Patrick, but because I've seen it several times, we're gonna allow golf carts, next thing you know, they're gonna be pushing for cars. And this, again, I stress that this is not a legal road at this time.
Right, and
No.
and just to reiterate what Patrick said, the way we got it designed, a car cannot go down that road.
Correct.
So it's strictly golf
And it
carts
is,
and small.
it is opened by
In
emergency.
the case of an emergency.
Yeah,
Yes,
It's-
which our police department and our fire department control
Yeah.
during storms and things like that. My other point is, when purchasing houses there, you knew it was a dead-end street. So I know I'm getting off tangent about vehicles, but in previous administrations, sitting up here, that was the push. And I just want to voice my opposition
Definitely,
to
like,
that.
some people want, some of the older residents just have concerns about, maybe they're not gonna open that gate, which we know they will. But, you know, I mean, I could probably, I've been, like you said, that was probably the number one thing that I've gotten, about,
Fair enough.
they're coming, either way, they're coming,
Yeah.
you know?
And
I would
it's-
like to maybe,
I just wanted to go on record with
So
that
we got a
caution.
motion and a second, any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is, we're going to move item 14 down to the bottom. Lease negotiations with Long Beach Harbor
And that's,
Resorts.
that's due to
That'd
it
be
having to be
executive
executive session.
Yes.
Okay.
Next item is quitclaim deed, vacation of easement, Mitchell Road.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make that motion, and then I'll come back and remind the board what this is about.
second.
Got a motion, second, discussion.
In front of us before, our attorney looked at an easement that is between two houses, and this is clearing up some past issues as far as property rights. And so that's why we've discussed it in the past. I don't remember if it was in this administration, but with recommendation from council, I would move to approve it.
All right, so we have a motion. Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Next one is Mayor's Office. I want to discuss and maybe get a motion on the East Railroad paving, knowing that we're doing work down in Cleveland. And as soon as we finish that work on Cleveland, I want to be ready to start the paving. So if it's the pleasure of the board, and I can get a motion to move with the paving immediately after completion of
So moved.
Cleveland. We got a motion? Second, any
Discussion
discussion?
is, just for clarification, I was under the impression we approved
I
it
thought
all.
we did.
Yeah.
But what I wanted, okay, you're right.
Okay.
But I want to make sure we can work with the paving company to go ahead and get this thing moving.
Oh, by all
It's-
means, that's fine by me. I was looking for clarification.
Okay.
David, is that something that we're ready to go on?
Absolutely. We're prepared to meet with Warren. I think they're estimating to return next week on West Railroad, and we're going to start talking to them then about East Railroad.
While
so
they're
that
mobilized?
That's correct. And then that'll allow time for the CSX improvement projects to be completed.
And I tell you what would really be good, and you talk about mobilization. I know we got to put one more coat on the west side. And while they're here, if we can time it right, they can move their vehicles on down and start the other side.
That's gonna be on there.
Yeah, it'd be on theirs, but I think it could be better for them if we worked it together.
Sure,
So
we'll
keep on going.
we'll work for them. The purchase order format doesn't actually have a mobilization pay item at all. It covers that via different price tiers for
Okay.
quantities.
And I think instead of mobilization, for the community's sake, is time-wise. While you're here, we'd like to keep you captive and pave all of our roads.
All right, so we got, any more discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next one is, as I promised as part of my campaign running for mayor, that I would annex the industrial park. I'm looking for a motion to authorize the moving forward of the preparation for the annexation.
So move.
We got a move, we got a second, any discussion?
Discussion. In the past, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to.
You may answer my
No, I
question.
just wanted to advise the board, most of the members of the board, some of the new ones may not have met Mr. Chad Mask, who is with the firm of Carroll, Warren, and Parker. They have represented the city in the past. And in fact, on this particular annexation project, when it was a larger project which extended part of the potential city limits north, as you know, the proposed defined area we're discussing at this time includes primarily the industrial park, and for some reason, a very small pie-shaped piece of unincorporated land right in that area. I don't exactly have an explanation why that very small piece, but it would include those two parcels. And we have Mr. Mask met with the mayor and myself. Most of the data and all of the work that they have done previously is still relevant, and fortunately will not have to be redone at a significant expense. And he has submitted to the mayor's office and to this board a contract to engage Carroll, Warren, and Parker to assist me and the city in the actual preparation of the ordinance, enlarging and extending, defining the corporate limits, and they also participate in the actual annexation process in the courts. So it was our desire to present to the board a contract from Carroll, Warren, and Parker engaging their services to assist the city in that endeavor.
Steve?
Yes, sir,
This
Jim.
is my first time to go through something like this, but this contract is just a time, and looks like it's a time and material type contract. Is there any?
Hourly attorney rate.
I mean, is this normal, usual, and customary that you hire an attorney, without having any type of an idea of how long this project would take and how much money we're talking about? Or is the meter just running and he?
It is. This particular individual is well known to me in the annexation business. This firm, and Mr. Mask specifically, is kind of the guru in the state, go-to guys for municipalities. There are other attorneys who are the go-to persons to oppose municipalities' expansion, and we have dealt with Mr. Mask, engaged, and the city has on previous occasions.
Okay.
It's an hourly legal rate, which is reasonable and customary in the industry, and he's extremely well qualified.
Excellent, thank you.
And I don't know if you mentioned or not, a lot of this work has already been done. You
It
mentioned-
is,
Yeah, he did
and
mention that,
fortunately, in fact, the ordinance, we expected to have the actual ordinance tonight, but because the boundaries themselves changed, we're eliminating a large amount of the area from that ordinance that we previously passed. Some of the board members may remember, we passed this at a particular meeting, and the next meeting rescinded it one time. But it will be ready by the next meeting for you to review
Okay.
the actual ordinance and the
So,
boundaries.
but this is the first step in annexation. You hire an attorney. Like everything, you hire an attorney, right? Okay.
Correct.
All right.
All right, any more discussion?
Just real quick, to the ordinance, when it comes to us, we'll have the boundaries.
We'll have the boundaries to expand the city to include the industrial park and that very small unincorporated area I discussed. That area to the north, all the way up to Robinson Road, that was the discussion of a previous expansion, will not be included in this ordinance. It will end with the industrial park and that little small unincorporated pie-shaped piece.
Gotcha.
All right, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Good move.
Next one is personnel, police department, one new hire, one resignation, and one education pay.
So moved.
Got a motion?
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Next one is library step increase, one. Can I get a motion?
Motion.
Second.
Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. City clerk, we've got, y'all can see we've got the revenue expense report, and I think I talked to Keeney, and it looks good. I think we're on the right path on the revenues.
Motion to approve.
Motion,
Second.
second. Any discussion? All in favor? All opposed, motion carries. Anything from the fire department? Anything from the police department?
No, sir.
All right, let's see, engineering, we've got the 2025 paving plan summary, and budget and status. What I'd like to do, I think we had kind of talked, you had thrown out Beetline Road in Klondike. I would want to go ahead and let's get the whole list together, because we got railroad going now. Let's get the whole list together and relook at it just in case we have some flip-flopping in there. And then so, maybe at the next meeting, you think you'll have us a complete list?
I think it'll be the first meeting in September. I mean,
Okay.
it's 230 miles, or, it's 230 roads, 70 miles. It's a fair amount of work.
Okay, and so what,
And we have to remember, when this list does come, a lot of things have changed over the years.
Yeah.
Roads that were good, we've had a lot of construction on, now they need it more so than others.
Right.
So even with this list, we're gonna need to ride through and look at them ourselves and
yeah,
make
so,
a decision based on.
so
what's
what this
actually
list is comprised of and the criteria for deciding which streets is gonna be paved are basically based on 4 different criteria now. And so the list that they come back with will be a list that is based on 4 criteria, determinations. And we rank them. And so it'd be strictly based on the advice of our engineer going forward. It doesn't mean we have to 100% follow it, but I hope we do. So that's what we'll see come September. We'll analyze it, and then we'll make our decisions.
Excellent.
Going forth. All right, so I don't think there's any motion there needing to be made. Next one is Long Beach Harbor Hurricane Zeta repairs. I don't think there's any action on this that's needed. Is there anything left on that, on the Hurricane Zeta repairs?
No, sir, just a tabulation of the bids that were received. We've begun working with MEMA and FEMA to push that up to that level and just kind of waiting on how that process plays out.
Okay, so for the audience that may not know, the harbor, we basically had 3 different contracts, one on the east wall, one on the southern wall, southern quay, and then the interior part. The interior part is the part that deals with FEMA. We have received the bids back for the work on the interior part. We've sent that bid list up to MEMA, who then sends it to FEMA, and so hopefully we'll have a response back fairly soon. The numbers came in pretty close to what we were thinking, so keep your fingers crossed, and hopefully we can get that contract moving in the interior part of the harbor, which means all contracts are flowing. So now it's a matter of time of completing those contracts. So that's why we're not taking any action tonight, because we want to hear back from FEMA.
Do you want to discuss the meeting with Roger Wickers?
Oh, yeah, and we also, we had a representative from Roger Wicker's office here today. We took him down to the harbor, took her down to the harbor, showed her around, showed her the progress that Long Beach has taken on itself through grants, bringing the portions of harbor back up to basically a Category 3 level. They were very impressed with the commitment the city has towards rebuilding that harbor. And she knows the challenges we have on the interior part in the fight, well, not the fight, but the negotiations we've had with FEMA. I think we're in a pretty good location. They have committed to help us. So we have Roger Wicker's office ready to give us an approval with our way going forward, as well as Ezel, Congressman Ezel. So I really think we're starting to move in the right direction on this harbor. And we're going to keep continuing to push hard to get this back to citizens of Long Beach. So any other comments from the board? I thought that was good. Okay, moving forward. The next one is the 2025 paving and striping of West Railroad. I'm glad our bid came back a little better than what y'all had estimated. I think it's very reasonable. Can I get a motion to put the contract out for the paving and striping of West Railroad?
Motion.
Got a motion. Second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Next
Mayor,
one-
is that for entering the local agreement with the county?
Yes. So,
That need to be the motion to enter into a local agreement?
Right, do we need a resolution to request that from the Board of Supervisors?
The county requires a resolution
all
for
right, so
everything.
can I get a motion to create a
Draft.
resolution between us and Harrison County for the paving of Railroad?
Motion.
Got a
Second.
motion? Got a second? Any discussion? Roll call.
Aye.
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 Motion carries.
Good catch.
No, that's
Want me to
perfect.
get you
Yeah.
on that, so.
All right, Public Works.
We're good, thank you.
And y'all are doing a great job. If you've noticed, riding around, go down and it goes for Parks and Recreation as well. Go down and look at the town green and look at the back east part of the town green, and you're gonna notice a big difference. It looks fantastic. We rode around to every park and figured out what we need to do to beautify our parks. I think we're in good shape. We've got a plan going forward with all of our parks, so you'll see a big difference going forward. And I appreciate y'all too taking the time to ride with me to look at these different areas. All right, next one's recreation.
We're good.
Except for that air conditioning possibly. Okay,
Possibly.
possibly.
Mayor,
Yes.
just as an addendum, you want to just quickly mention that we were able to fix that damage,
Which damage?
bathroom, correct?
Oh,
It was minimal, they had just taken and pulled the sink off the wall, but I was able to repair it with no cost, so the damage was minimal. But discuss options on how to correct the issues.
we have corrected the issue. And so we're moving forward with a good plan, and hopefully this won't happen again. Building office, Mike?
Everything's
Nothing? Municipal court? Everything's good. Harbor?
Good, sir.
Good. Next one is community affairs. Courtney?
I have two things. I have the Long Beach Class Reunion has requested permission from the board to hang 2 signs on city easements around the city to put word out for the class to come to the parade, as well as a few gatherings at some of the local businesses. And then also, the Carnival Association is asking to put up some signs for their Family Fest. So these are 2 good community events that they're asking to advertise.
Which class is this, Courtney?
It's Mikey
Class
Brown,
of-
it's Mikey Brown's class.
That old?
I think it's 55, is it 55 or? 70. Yeah, it's 55.
75.
Mike, were you the class before that?
No.
So 1975-ish, I think, is what we're estimating.
That's probably close. All right, so we, can I call for a motion to allow for these, both signs to be placed?
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed, motion carries. Anything else, Courtney?
That's it.
Great. Next one, I don't think we have any derelict property to report on. How about a report from the city attorney?
Request the board to consider going into executive session for the purpose of discussing a proposed lease agreement with Long Beach Harbor Resort.
Motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? We're going to executive session.
This one.
executive session.
Out of executive session,
A motion, do I get a second?
no action
favor?
taken.
Aye.
All right, so can I entertain,
Mr. Mayor, I'd like to make a motion that we approve the amended lease as presented to the board through, with the city and Long Beach Harbor Resorts.
I'll second.
discussion? I would hope that the board would want to have our attorney to negotiate.
I think we need to do
I'd
the
like to make an
negotiation.
alternate motion, please.
We got a
That we
substitute
have
motion.
the city attorney negotiate with the, for the lease and enter discussions and come back and report back to us, if you would.
So I'm clear, Mr. Jafre, to authorize the city attorney to enter into negotiations with representatives of Long Beach Harbor Resorts for a lease on the south side of Highway 90 in the property, which is the Long Beach Harbor.
Yes, sir.
Understood.
Thank you.
Negotiations.
Got a substitute motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We got a second. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Roll
Hey,
call.
nay.
Aye.
Nay.
Aye.
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 Motion passes.
Motion to adjourn?
Second.
Got a motion to adjourn. Got a second? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.